Hi, I'm Colin Bullen. I'm founder and director of Virtuosity, and with me today is my colleague and co-founder, Hanny van Veek. We are talking today about some of the case studies for organizations that we've worked with and helped to become unstuck, improve, build an exceptional team. The case we're going to work with today is an organization that is a NGO. It is a not-for-profit working across 2 continents and was challenged mostly by, I think, the difficulties of communication and cultural differences, and that led to some misunderstandings. Sandy, do you want to unpack what the real challenges were that we were facing there?
Sure. So the group was based both in the US, where the COO and the CEO was based, and then several countries in Africa. And what had happened over time is that there was this perceived drop in performance and some communication between both the groups in Africa and the group between Africa and the US started disintegrating. And as a result of that, there was a trust breakdown, as well as a misunderstanding around different styles of working. So although they were very purpose-driven as an organization, it seemed like there were things getting in the way of them actually being in action around that purpose in the most effective and exceptional way.
Cool. So there were some significant challenges that we really needed to go about fixing. How do we go about doing that?
So the first was to approach the CEO to evaluate really what was going on from his perspective. Shortly after that, we got together a small team of managers representing all the different areas and countries in Africa to hear from them as well. So to get input from them as to what was happening. We then ran an exceptional teams diagnostic survey and discovered the following. And then off the back of that, we did interviews and then workshops addressing and remedying some of this unhelpful behavior that had crept in and creating new ways of communication and building trust. So you'll notice in the results, the lowest scores were that of listening. So it's both listening and feeling heard. Hearing, which has to do with side conversations about the issues or other people in the team who they perceive to be issues, and silos. Of course, that breakdown in trust as a result of that and a few other things, and that loss of connectedness also because most of the interactions were online. And we requested that for the workshops, they would actually get physically together to spend time connecting, getting to know each other, reestablishing that trust, but also that when they went back, they would take a different way of being with them that lasted much longer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the main things we wanted to address.
So, I mean, we took them through some workshopping based on these results, started building up some skills in these specific areas of weakness. Did we see an outcome? Did we manage to make a difference?
Absolutely. Within a week, because we had several workshops, within a week of the first workshop, they reported clearer communication, less confusion, as a result, better performance, mostly due to the fact that they could ask better questions because they had a better understanding of what was happening or potentially going wrong, and higher overall engagement across the board. The CEO and COO also felt that they had more insight into the working environment and some of the issues that came up that would not necessarily be something that they would know, and felt more capable of managing across lines of difference.
Great. Sounds like we have made a difference and helped them build a pathway forward, remove some of those barriers that seem to have emerged between the 2 parts of the organization, and help them see each other better and work more effectively together. Fantastic. Thanks for the insight. It's really useful.